In the tranquil village of Gwaja, nestled amidst rolling hills and vibrant greenery, Femi and Abiola's home was filled with a longing that echoed through the quiet nights. For 10 long years, they had been married, their hearts burdened by the absence of children. The village often buzzed with whispers and pity, as families around them rejoiced in the blessings of parenthood. Each passing year without a child deepened their sorrow, but their love endured, unwavering in the face of adversity. One fateful evening, after a particularly grueling day at the farm, Femi felt a flutter in her heart. A few days later, a visit to the village healer confirmed her hopes. She was pregnant. When the twins were born, the village erupted in celebration. Mayo and Tinu entered the world, bringing joy and laughter to their parents' lives. The girls were identical in appearance but soon revealed their distinct personalities. Mayo, the older twin, was nurturing and responsible, often putting others' needs before her own. Tinu, on the other hand, was spirited and ambitious, dazzling everyone with her intelligence and charm. As they grew, Tinu quickly outshone her sister in academics, often earning the top grades in their classes. She became a favorite among their teachers, and her natural charisma drew admirers from all around the village. While Mayo loved her sister, a deep-rooted jealousy began to fester within her. She often found herself comparing her life to Tinu's. The attention Tinu received made Mayo feel invisible and overshadowed. She watched in silence as Tinu blossomed, receiving praise and admiration while she struggled to find her place. As the years passed, Tinu's beauty and intelligence attracted the interest of Femi, a kind-hearted and ambitious young man. They became inseparable, sharing dreams of a future together. For Mayo, their love was a double-edged sword. While she was happy for her sister, it also intensified her feelings of inadequacy and resentment. The villagers celebrated Tinu and Femi's relationship, but Mayo felt left behind, trapped in the shadow of her sister's success. As Tinu and Femi's relationship deepened, Mayo's envy morphed into a dark obsession. Determined to prove her worth, she concocted a plan to sabotage their impending engagement. Mayo believed that if she couldn't have the happiness that Tinu had, then she would ensure that Tinu would not have it either. One evening, Mayo approached Femi under the pretense of needing his help with a community project. "You know," she began, her voice low and conspiratorial, "Tinu has been spending a lot of time away from home. I worry that she's too focused on her studies to notice the world around her." Femi, puzzled, brushed aside her comments. "Tinu's dedicated. She wants to build a good future for both of us," he replied, loyalty evident in his tone. Mayo's heart raced with frustration, but she pressed on. "Still, it's important to be aware of what's happening. You never know who might come into her life." The seeds of doubt were beginning to take root in Femi's mind. Days turned into weeks, and Mayo's scheme took shape. She began to visit Femi frequently, offering false support while covertly planting seeds of suspicion about Tinu. "You should ask her about her late-night study sessions," Mayo suggested one evening, feigning concern. "What if she's keeping secrets from you?" As Femi grappled with these doubts, especially coming from someone he assumed knows Tinu well, Mayo intensified her efforts to seduce him. One night, she invited him to her home, claiming she needed assistance with a community event. The atmosphere was charged with tension as they shared stories and laughter, Mayo leaning closer to him, her intentions clear. Femi, caught off guard by her sudden vulnerability, felt a mix of confusion and guilt. "Mayo, he started, but she interrupted, her eyes glistening with false tears. "I just feel so alone sometimes. Tinu doesn't seem to need me anymore." Mayo's manipulation deepened as she leaned in closer, whispering sweet words that danced on the edge of temptation. Femi pulled away, horrified, the weight of the moment crashing down on him. "Mayo, this isn't right. You're Tinu's sister," he said firmly, stepping back. Frustrated and desperate, Mayo realized that she had to act quickly. She planned to frame Tinu for infidelity. She knew that Tinu often studied late at night with classmates, so she decided to use that against her. Mayo waited for the right moment, slipping into Tinu's room one evening and placing a few items that could suggest unfaithfulness, some jewelries that didn't belong to her and some suggestive messages from a lover. That evening, she sent an anonymous message to Femi, taunting him with accusations of Tinu's supposed unfaithfulness. "Your fiancée is not who you think she is. Check her room for the truth," the message read, dripping with malice. When Femi confronted Tinu just weeks before their engagement ceremony, her world shattered. "Is it true?" he asked, his voice strained with confusion and hurt. "Are you cheating on me? I found some romantic letters and jewelries in your room." Tinu, taken aback, shook her head vehemently. "Femi, how could you think that? I would never betray you." Tears streamed down her cheeks as she struggled to comprehend the accusations. "Someone is setting me up, don't know who put jewelries in my room or wrote these letters, I am not cheating on you." But as she saw the doubt in his eyes, her heart sank. Mayo watched from a distance, a twisted sense of satisfaction bubbling within her. The bond between Femi and Tinu had fractured, and Mayo felt a cruel sense of victory. But as the tension in the air thickened, a question lingered: how far was she willing to go to destroy her sister's happiness? In the village of Gwoja, the winds of change blew fiercely, bringing with them the promise of revelation and reckoning. Would Tinu find a way to prove her innocence and mend the rift between them, or would Mayo's jealousy lead to the unraveling of everything they had built together? The answer hung in the balance, as the heart of the village watched, waiting for the storm to break.